What's a bet you made and won but still regret it? My roommate Jake thought he was the smartest guy in our dorm. This dude would correct everyone's grammar in the group chat and always had to one-up every story. When our economics professor assigned this massive project worth 40% of our grade, Jake bragged about how he'd obviously get the highest score. I was struggling in that class, like barely passing struggling. My parents were already threatening to make me transfer to community college if my grades didn't improve, but Jake's cockiness was driving everyone crazy. That's when I made the stupidest bet of my life. $50 says I get a higher grade than you on this project, I said during lunch. The whole table went quiet. Jake nearly choked on his sandwich. Are you serious? You haven't gotten above a C- all semester, so take the bet then. He smirked and shook my hand. Easiest $50 I'll ever make. Here's the thing about Jake. He was smart, but he was also incredibly lazy. He always waited until the last minute because he thought he could coast on natural talent. Meanwhile, I knew I had to work twice as hard just to keep up. I spent 3 weeks on that project. I'm talking about 12-hour days in the library, interviewing local business owners, creating spreadsheets that would make accounting majors jealous. My girlfriend Emma barely saw me. I lived on energy drinks and those stale cookies from the vending machine. Jake? He started his project the night before it was due. I could hear him typing frantically through our thin dorm walls at 2 in the morning. When we presented, my hands were shaking so bad I could barely hold my notes. But I'd practiced that presentation 50 times in the mirror. Jake winged his entire thing, stumbling through slides he'd clearly thrown together hours earlier. 2 weeks later, grades were posted online. Jake, B-, me, A-. I couldn't believe it. My first A in economics, ever. Jake transferred the $50 to my Venmo without saying a word. For exactly 3 minutes, I felt like I'd conquered the world. Then Jake's parents showed up to move him out. Turns out that B- dropped his GPA just enough to lose his academic scholarship. Full ride, gone. His family couldn't afford the tuition without it, so he had to drop out immediately. I watched through my window as they loaded his stuff into their old Honda. His mom was crying. His dad kept patting Jake's shoulder, trying to comfort him. Jake just stood there staring at the ground. The worst part? That A- I was so proud of? It bumped my semester GPA up to exactly what I needed to keep my parents happy. Jake's failure literally saved my college career. Emma found me later that night, just sitting on my bed holding that crumpled $50 bill. You should be celebrating, she said. I ruined his life for $50. Jake ruined his own life by procrastinating, but that didn't make me feel better. I kept thinking about how different things might have been if I'd just kept my mouth shut. Maybe Jake would have worked harder without the pressure of the bet. Maybe he'd still be here.